I think we're good. Yeah, let me check my, there it is. I think we're good. Good deal. Hello, everyone. There we go. We got some folks in the house. Hello, Dave. Hello, Lucia. Lucia, you have not called me in a few days. I'm a little disappointed. I'm kidding. Call me later, though. I want to say hi. Trying to turn off my phone. There we go. All right. Finally catching you live. All right. Very good, Dave. Hello, Butthead. Number 2. Hey, Vicky. And Max. Max, I thought you were going to come in the room. Next time. You don't have to come in now. Okay, looks like we're on time. Sound is good. No one's saying anything different. Well, I heard the feedback. Okay. Let's get going. Let me pull up this. Hiya, Tam. Hi, baby. Good to see you in the Purple Heart. I missed you. Okay. Taking a Dexter break. You're binging on the new season of Dexter. Excellent. All right, let's go. Let's look at a journey. Thanks, Eric. Let's go ahead and look at the journey, okay? Particularly mine. If you know me and been with me for a few years and watching, you've seen my emotions run the gambit of my life. To the layman of the human, it's just a personality. But to the masters that lie before me, you understand through the observer, that's an identity. All of us have identities, for we're all born separated. And we covet our personalities is based on an emotional relationship. So I wanted to talk today about the idea about not chasing your emotions, not fighting for them, not defending them. When you chase your emotions, you're chasing your identity. And it's not you're going after a particular emotion. Most times we're reactive. We're immensely reactive. When you start to observe, if you do the work, you will notice yourself acting behaviorally through a belief system that's tied to an emotion. Now, the emotion is either side of the scale. The difference between positive and negative is an opinion. So you must understand that the entire scale of polarity is what the ego thrives on. The identity feeds it, nourishes it, sustains it. And you've got to be up here all the time observing this little mind that is grabbing emotional content, relationships. Look, I still do things that make me feel good emotionally. I still play my games and my flute. When I write my book, though, it's not emotion. That's another thing we'll talk about. But right now, let's stay with emotion. So we look for emotion when we're empty of it. It seems to me through my life that there's a cycle of fulfillment and emptiness. One red flag of emptiness is fucking boredom. You'll go hunting for identity, chasing emotion. Could be shopping, could be binging, could be going for a drive. Man, going for a drive is more peaceful though for me. Anyways, just something to do. You want to know how hard it is? You want to know how extreme it is that you, as an identity, seek emotion daily? Stop doing what you're doing. Stop. Watch what happens. Watch you begin to crave and elicit the seduction of emotion. Don't chase it. Stay in the now. Allow your emotions to run through you so you may transcend them. It's not about, for me, okay, this is subjective. I'm not scripture, and for God's sakes, nobody else is. Get off of that fucking bandwagon that you're going to find the answer outside. Grow the fuck up. It's right here. God damn it, it's right fucking here. So when those ideas, this subjective reality, mine and those ideas, they're not scripture. They're choices. They're potential. They're reflections for you to do one thing and one thing only. In my world, the only fucking reason why we're here is to wake up and return to I am in the absolute glory. It would be knowing you're not God. Reinforce the entire journey with the possibility of waking up. All the other purposes about humanity and this and that, that's all ideas about Earth that you can go and run down. You can. But I guarantee you it's emotion. And you'll cycle that son of a bitch. So you want to look at yourself, be brutally honest, and say, hi. What the fuck are you doing with yourself? Are you constantly cycling? Are you constantly doing things? And if the answer is yes, then good. You can admit it to yourself, not in right or wrong. You're not guilty. You're humbling. Don't put things in measured context of yourself. Stop kicking your own ass and stop fighting for the emotions as well. Anyways, so that cycle that you just, and you're going after, stop and watch how uncomfortable you become in your emptiness. What are we trying to find? Huh? You ever fucking think of that? I did. What was I trying to find? Me. And I got on personalities. I took on Slides, I took on Osiphus, I took on Reaper, I took on Pig, I took on Scream and Smiley, I took on Esmeralda, I took on all these personalities to find what I was looking for. I ran through them and enacted them through my emotions, each time learning more about emotion, not about them. I don't need to know about them. I need to know about this. This is the fucking kingdom. This is not a mistake. This is the single point of existence that allows everything to exist. So go to the fucking mirror and say that to yourself. I am the only reason why all that is here. All of existence depends on me. Give you what you're looking for. What is it? Your fucking worth. Don't discount worthiness. It allows you to make different choices. It allows you to scream through and past, over and under and around your goddamn fears. You might go through them screaming, which I have. Scares the fuck out of me. But God damn it, I'm not gonna give it a go. Because I know what it is to be emotional. I'm good at it. I'm good at beating myself up. I'm good at getting angry. I'm good at cycling that life. If I was born in a positive environment, I would be good at positive. A lot more people would like me. My life would have probably been vibrationally more comfortable because I only knew positivity and reinforced with positive, so I have a positive life. But I don't want to be positive and I don't want to be negative. I want to be unconditional. I want to be a creator. I want to be the point of view that allows me to see it without cause effect of emotions pulling my sight, my perception, my perspective into a category through the filters of those belief systems of emotion. So I have to take them down. Me. I have no rescue. There's no one out there in charge. There's no source going, I really think you need to do this now. I should. I think so. Well, okay. We're natural followers because we knew nothing and we covet our authorities, and our authorities lead us, and we transfer our leadership, our following. We transfer our leadership from one leader to the next to the next. We move it to anything that identifies with that idea that gives us that worth. The emptiness fulfilled with identity, and that's why it drains. That's why it empties, because it's a constant idea of lack. The emptiness is only covered, it's temporary, it's never satisfying. Can you be okay with yourself taking no action for an immeasurable amount of time? Can you do that? Having no purpose, no reason for life. Living in your own fucking existence. Knowing your worthiness, your isness is enough. That takes work. That takes masters. That takes discipline. That takes the idea of humility. That takes pissing everyone off and allowing people and blaming them and blaming yourself. And it takes you running your emotions out through this body and ramming against the fucking mirror so you may see yourself. These people in your life, your parents, your friends, the people you covet as dependencies are reflectors. They're mere ideas that you attract to know thyself. But you put your energy into them as meaning, don't you? Husbands, wives, friends, children, parents. I have an unconditional relationship with my Tommy Jean. And it took me 6 years of loving this man to learn that I can love him unconditionally. I loved him for emotion at the first time. And it evolved then because he allowed me to evolve because he is unconditional. How does humanity wake up unless there's something that allows them to see themselves? Well, what are you representing to the collective? Polarity? I think we're fucking good at that. Have you not watched the outside? Do you not see what's going on? It's not right or wrong. It's polarity. It's a mockery of themselves. They're cycling themselves up and down. That's what humanity is very good at. But that is what's working, isn't it? Why is it working? Because it reflects back potential more and more and more. It reflects back to them what they don't want, what they don't want, what they are and are not. How many of them choose it? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But it's working. Why is it working? Because of ones that represent change, not the ones that represent consistency. And I'm not talking about protest change. That's just another idea of identity. That's a goal, a purpose, an outcome. That's leading you somewhere better. That's emotion. There's no better in unconditional. You cannot be more than what you are because you are all that is. How can you try to be better? Your emotions sell your story that you're less than. Your lack fortifies that and gives you that reason, and you buy into it because you only know the idea of that identity. And it's all going on right here in this little tocopela, right here, right in your head. That's it. You assign it to them. You assign causality. You assign that. I did it over and fucking over again. And then I saw I'm doing this to me. It's my world and I'm creating it. And it was horrible. It fucking hurt. It hurt. So you guys have choices. Do you know that? You have choices. As Abraham, fucking master, Abraham said, energy follows awareness. You are focusing, and then here comes the will of the now giving you the energy. The will of the now is only doing your bidding. It's not an idea of positive or negative. The will of the now is the created energy that you draw forth to create your experience. Not manifest the little tiny things of tangibles. It's your will. It's what you're putting into your vortex. It says, hey, everyone, bring me more of this. Don't put lack in there. And lack is emotion. That's what I've discovered. Can you live on this planet being emotionless? Of course. You're still alive, but you're not labeled. You're not defined. You're not confined. You're not dependent. You're unique. You're unapologetic. You're uncaring. You're unconcerned. Because what's going to happen to all these people here? I don't know, forever? That's what's going to happen to them. That's it. We think we're on this big fucking mission to save this planet. There's not a goddamn thing wrong with this planet, and there's nothing wrong with anyone on this planet. We're not going to hell in a handbasket. There's 1,000 games going on right around you right now. 1 million or maybe 1 billion different ideas of verse going on. It doesn't matter. All I am is a reflector. What you need to do is get busy with your own truth. Stop being led and start to create your own reality by the choice of the internal self. Now, again, here's the problem. What's the problem? No one knows who the fuck you are. Go back and watch me. I fucked it up for 6-7 years. Finding me. I'm not whole yet by any means. No. I still got shit inside of me. But I know more who I am. I can tell you that. By finding out who I'm not. And the only way I can find out who I'm not is to express it. My anger, my reactions, my interactions, they're my journey. I'm not here to fix or be an outside dependency for another. I'm here to ascend this. A light bearer that offers the authentic, and the authentic can only be seen one way, unconditionally. You slant that to a condition, you create your reality through that emotion. That's your experience, uniquely yours. You can't share it with anyone. Oh, you might have your parade around you, but they're all still interpreting it their way. Just because they agree with you up here on top side in the polarized stance is irrelevant. Because you are not defined by those people. You define yourself. That's how you find yourself. By expressing over and over and over again the truth of you, and having the humility to see yourself and know that you're doing it to you, and have the courage not to go into that nasty fucking pit of polarity, of lack, and stay the fuck out of there and choose not to dive in, although it's seductive. And your ego is like, God, I gotta say something. And you want to get in there and just get it done. And you don't, because you're a master and you're maturing. You get off the fucking playground and start to get into the adulthood of what it is to be a creator. Or not. Look at that freedom. Look at that freedom that we truly have. Only person that's doing this is you. I created my pain. Did I covet it? Yes. Were my parents shitty? Absolutely. Was I unloved? 100%. Was it their fault? Not at all. Why? Because them motherfuckers were born empty too. And they coveted according to their reality. How can I hold anyone accountable when they forgot everything? How can I say the words, you should have known better? Common sense says, fuck you. It's unique in everyone's mind. Forget about the outside and get busy with inside. Clean up the house. Clean up the kingdom. Start to find yourself and express that persona. You will find the ties of yourself in your entire life once you start to see your own persona birth through the more and more you enact your truth in the moment. Despite regret, despite fucking it up or getting criticized, you don't ever negotiate with your choices. You find out. But we're so goddamn paralyzed because everyone's going to be mad at us and we're not going to be liked. And we're going to lose. We perceive loss everywhere. I know that. I know. It's scary. You think this is fucking easy? Take a goddamn species and doesn't even know what they are and ascend out of it using polarity? We're going to get somewhere? Really? No, 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 no. We've got to find our own love, our own kingdom. And that has to be discovered. It cannot be given because it's not out there. No one can give you what's in here. You're worth this journey. A couple of you that are in the audience, 3 of you, have been through this enough with me personally to A, know it works, and B, know it fucking sucks. Because you will live the deepest core parts of you. And it is the magnitude of unbridled fucking emotion vibrating right here in you as you transcend that by becoming it and letting it fill you. Suffering, and you don't fix it. Anger, and you don't avoid it. Happiness, and you don't sustain it. You let yourself feel the entire thing so you may master your entire persona. Your entire isnness is growing through the experience. But we think we need to be taught. We have to be taught by an outside authority that says, this is the way. No, it's not. You're not a lesser God. You're not. You're not. You don't need to be taught this. You just need to discover it. All I do is give you ways to see it. You have to do the work. You have to say, God damn, that hurts. That's me. I'm afraid to do this because, NTM, because, and you're scared. And you know what? You do it anyway. And if you don't do it the first 5 times, you go and do it the 6th time. Because the first 5 times doesn't matter because time has nothing to do with it. It's always here. It's always now. Time is a way to kick yourself in the ass. Time is a way to hope. Time is a way to fear. These are tools for the experience of humanity. They are not the standards. The standards are the 5 laws. Everything else is created. And if it ain't a law, fucking don't look at it as scripture. And by the way, the laws don't condition. Make sure you know that. Your existence is not conditioned. The here and now is not conditioned. It's apparent. Everything is here and now. What you put out is what you get back. It's not conditioned. It's not karma. You're not putting out negative and getting back negative. You're not putting out positive. You're putting out your vibrational truth. So if you're lackful, just because you use positive and negative, what do you think you're putting out? Well, you're putting out lack. So you're going to have a cycled life of positive and negative. You're going to be in polarization because that's all you know. Come on. Come on. Right there. Intelligence. Intelligence is not knowledge. Intelligence is the steepness of isness that bursts through you, that gives you the wisdom of the moment, to make the choices that are conducive and beneficial to the I am in the nature of yourself, not in the negotiated politics going on in your fucking mind of the lists of what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to mask up and represent to the world as a purpose so you can be liked. That's not you. You're a God. That's what you are. So you got to dig inside of there. You got to humble yourself, and it's an uncomfortable place. Discomfort. I felt some discomfort. I felt some fucking pain, anger, buckling. You want to just quit. It's fine in the now. Always come back to the now. So don't chase your emotions. If you really want to understand it, then use your insight and trust the internal self telling you. Trust the internal self, not the emotional self. That's easy to spot, because all you have to do is feel how you feel about it. If you feel any kind of resonance, you know it's an emotion. That's it. The isness is a resonance. It can't resist itself. You know? It's the slipstream. When you get that resistance, you're looking at your own frequency of change. Potential change for you to have some insight. I listened to some stuff recently, and it was the same shit from 9 years ago. 9 years, and they're saying the same thing. My life is so different than 9 years ago. I want your life to be different. Why do you want to stay the same? You can. But we embrace change. We embrace the unknown as the nature of ourselves. We are explorers and creator. We create the constant change of creation knowing itself. Why do you want to stay stagnant, cycled? Because it's comfortable? Absolutely. Because it's nostalgic, it's identifiable. You can rest on it, you can depend on it. I get that. Yeah, I do. It's comfortable as fucking shit. But it's also cyclic. And the unknown allows you to be alive, vibrant, unimaginable. But you don't get those things that your mind sells you with emotions. These tiny little changes that come in here and there. These tiny little ideas that just wisp in and come out. And my reality changes in tiny little things. No big fanfare, no big show, not big, not for me, maybe for you. The only thing I've got is a relationship of business birthing inside of me. That's my change. Not the external tangibles, not the emotion looking and say, oh, look at that. Oh, I got that. And what about this? And yeah, I'll be excited then. You grow into a persona that's already there. You grow into it because you're taking apart the personality that covers up the persona. The persona is the natural self of you. And you'll get to know that person. It's not the person that lies in a character outside of you. It's not the person that lies in a book. It's not the person that lies in an idea that someone offered through a channeling. It's not that. It's the internal self. Those ideas get you to see how you're relating to these truths, to start to recognize your own interpretations, your own bubble. You start to peel those away and you'll know yourself. When you see an idea of yourself that is the slipstream, then you know you've locked in I am. And you just let that be, but don't turn I am into a persona, from a persona to a personality that says, I know who I am because I'm this. That's another idea of identity. Stay in the now. Stay meek. Stay humble. And work on yourself. Work diligently every now. You're not going to run out of time. We're time machines. Don't you know that? If the memory is created in the now, then how about time? Why can't time be created in the now? Of course it's created in the now. So what you did yesterday, you'll learn about tomorrow. That's kind of odd. But you get it. I want to tell you this. I want you to get it. That's my lack. It's my lack with my students that I've had over the years. I want you to see and feel what I feel, but I can't. You have to do that. But I will still keep offering ways for you to see the kingdom that is you, the choices that you can make, that you are worth yourself, your existence, your choices, that people that depend on you, that give you the influences of emotion and conduct your choices through their affairs, their dependencies, their guilt, those external realities that you have that shift your fucking idea choices. And this one too, this ego that shifts your choices in life. You can be free of that. You can be the free of the free will of I am. Being that idea is not wrong. It's just a fucking experience. It's a goddamn roller coaster at some fucking amusement park, and we just happen to call it Earth. Don't make this thing a big deal. It's not a big fucking deal. Don't make it monumental. Don't put all that responsibility on there. If you don't do it, it doesn't matter. The life you're going to get is the life you have now. And it's not the life of the external, it's the relationship. It's how you feel. Every day you're going to cycle that if you stay with the same focuses and the same choices. That's evident. You're too smart not to see that. You can see that. You do that. You put your energy in it. You get that, and that is your thing. You ever have a shitty friend? It's just over and over again, just a friend. You're like, oh yeah, there you are. And they call you, and you need to help them out, and blah, blah, blah. And they're good, and they're happy, and they do it again and again and again. And you keep choosing to do it. That's you choosing your reality. But you're guilty so much because you're such a nice person. Well, you need to deal with guilt. You need to learn guilt. By being guilty, like, God, I'm guilty. Look at this. God, this sucks. I feel so incredibly bad. And I want you to sit and humble yourself to guilt then. And transcend that fucking beast. And become it so you may forge yourself in evolution. Expand your isness in the idea of I understand I am the wisdom of guilt. But you're not going to be guilty because you understand it. None of you go around parading 1 + 1 = 2 anymore, do you? Because you know it. We can get better. Not a positive or negative better. We're not talking about polarized. We're talking about the betterment of the self. We have the tools. Light bearers right here. The ones that beam their light, the authenticity of themselves, birth it out, and don't ever, ever waver or ever apologize for their fucking existence, allows creation to see that they are worthy. Not in defined ideas, not in purposes, not in goals and outcomes. Those are the tangibles of the now that are only interpreted as meaning of time. The authentic is the worthiness that fills you with life and says, I can, and I'm afraid, and I'm scared, and I don't deserve it, and I don't know what to do, but I'm going to do it because I'm worth it. I can take a chance on myself. You don't need to be led. We're not followers, and we don't need leaders. We need way showers. Light bearers are on the idea of showing everyone their light. Enlightenment. You've heard this before. I've said it before. But it takes 5, 6, 7 times sometimes to penetrate. I get that. That's why we get epiphanies. You've heard it 10 times and all of a sudden, click. That's your evolution. You can't know it before, so don't kick yourself in the ass. I'm not getting it till now. You didn't waste time. You're here and now, and that's you. Don't judge it. Take the journey. Don't judge the journey. Hello, Jolie. Good deal. Very good, Amanda. All right, guys. Continue to do the work. Continue to humble yourself. Continue to recognize your own belief systems. It's never them doing it to you. It's always you doing it to you. If it hurts and you don't recognize it, but it hurts, then that's enough. That's enough. If you don't make the change, that's enough. It's okay. Be gentle on yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Treat yourself like a goddamn queen, but don't put yourself on a fucking pedestal either. Okay? Trust the journey. That's right, Kathy. All right, a couple things I'm going to, two things I'm going to do. The September workshop is on the website. And here in San Antonio, all the details are on the website. There's a link down below. Donations, link down below if you'd like to donate. And I'm going to put my classes back up, the ego classes and maybe sessions. I took them down because I had to finish with my own self. I needed to become a better idea of myself before I can teach in that idea, which is not really teaching, it's just offering. But I need to clean some shit in the house. So now I'll be a better way shower. Okay? So that'll go up again. So the three things are, again, goddamn, don't beat yourself up. Fall in love with you. Don't chase your emotions. Recognize them. And when you recognize them, humble yourself. They are yours, exclusively yours. And the only one who can change is you by not choosing them, by becoming them. Let them pass through you. Let them penetrate you. And let them leave you. And endure that emotional ride. It's not long. You'll get down on the other side. All right, guys. Great work, everyone. Believe me, I love you. Go and love yourself. Go be your light. And if you need me, you know where I'm at. I'm linked down below. And that's it, sports fans. I love y'all. Go rock the world.